I have a group called Predator Poachers where we catch online child predators across the country. We have arrests in 46 different states, convictions in 40, and the main way we do that is by posing as a minor online, and predators across the country message us in a sexual way or allude to that they're committing crimes, and we approach them on camera, and we hope to get a confession out of them on camera. And we turn that over to law enforcement, and, like I said, that's yielded arrests in 46 states, convictions in 40. And we started doing this when I was 19 years old, 5 years ago. I was playing college football at Texas Southern. And by playing, I mean I was on the roster. I did not see the field at all.
Yep.
But, we had 3 weeks off going into summer. And I just started watching these types of videos online. Like, I've seen the Chris Hansen and stuff in high school and all that. But it did, I was always thought, well, that's interesting. But it never really stuck with me. But now it's like I wanted to be a cop, and I had to wait 2 years because you got to be 21 to graduate the academy in Houston. So I just kind of jumped into doing this because it wasn't just Chris Hansen I saw at that point. It was like random people doing it, just kind of wearing a shorts and t-shirt like I am, just regular dudes. And I'm like, wow, is it this common? So I made a fake account of a 15-year-old boy. 30 minutes later, somebody wants to go meet that 15-year-old for sex. And then from there, it's just was endless. Like, it just never stopped. And, slowly but surely, we started traveling the country and racking up arrests, and now here we are.
So your first one, the first, you pose as a 15-year-old. What did you go and meet the person? Did they get arrested? How did that work?
Oh, I had no idea what I was doing. Like, I was it's like we go into people's trailer homes and they're armed, and then like we're just able to kind of navigate that situation. But 19-year-old me back in the day, I was scared to even go up to this dude. Like, I just got his license plate, drove off. Uh-huh. But I mean, yeah, a lot of our people at first did not get arrested. We're from Houston, Texas, and Harris County doesn't really like to prosecute criminals too much. Sure. And, back in the day, we were doing it in a very unprofessional way. Like, it didn't really occur to us that maybe we should get them to admit to crimes on camera and then turn that over. So I'd say our first 2 years, year and a half of doing it, we're kind of figuring it out, doing it the wrong way. But since like late 2020, early 2021, we've just been racking up the arrests.
Yeah. So how many arrests have you got?
I lost count. I just know it's 46 states except for Montana, South Dakota, Rhode Island, and Alaska, because we just haven't been to Alaska.
Sure.
But it's at this point, it's over 200 arrests.
Wow. That's amazing. And how long does it normally take you to, set these stings up?
Well, it really depends. Like, back in the day when we first started, we were just doing like local dating apps, so it would be that same night. But as we started to, what I say, catch the quote unquote real sick ones, they're all bad, but there's definitely levels to it. Like, we catch a lot of people now that are into infants and toddlers, and you're not necessarily going to find that on like a dating app per se. You might find somebody who's like, oh, you're 15 and home alone, I'll try this. But yeah, it really varies. Now it can take weeks or months simply because they can be so far away. But we had one recently in League City, Texas. His name's Harry Phillips, 21 years old. And the youngest ones are always the sickest ones because they're good with the internet. They have access. They know how to access all types of child pornography that, say, a boomer won't be able to access or can't. So Harry, he was going after our 12-year-old decoy, and he came to meet her up for sexual contact. And we mentioned that we had a 4-year-old cousin, and he was totally okay with that too. Ugh. And when I approached him in person, he agreed to talk to me. I talked to him for about an hour and 30 minutes, and he admitted to me that, yeah, he was there to do sexual things to a 12-year-old. He also admitted that when he used to babysit kids when he was in California a couple years ago, he molested a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old. And I'm sure he has other victims too that he just didn't admit to. But he was just a total monster. His preference was babies. Like, I don't think, because we get a lot of people who have seen that stuff with babies, but not really, I wouldn't say that's their preference. This dude preferred babies. He said that he masturbated to pornography of infants. I mean, this guy was probably one of the sickest people we've ever caught, and luckily League City PD arrested him. But then a guy yesterday we caught in Benton, Illinois, Kevin Getz, he's been talking to us since April, and we finally got him arrested yesterday. So it can take it all varies. It could take a day or months or even a couple of years.